Welcome to this installment of SugarCRM tutorials for at-core systems. Today, we will focus on becoming familiar with the admin panel. Let's get started. First, you will need to log into SugarCRM, so go ahead and do that. Great. Now locate the administration menu on the top right and give it a click. You will see a menu drop down. Locate and click on Admin. There are many options here, and we will just cover the ones that are accessed the most. Let's start with the User section. Each of the items within a section in the admin page gives a brief description of what it can be used for. Going over the User section, we see User Management, Role Management, Team Management, and Password Management. Go ahead and click on User Management. Within this option, we can edit, create, and delete users within Sugar. After clicking on the link, you will be presented with a page that lists all of the current users within Sugar. Your page may display more results, which will result in pagination. Clicking on a user's name will bring you to the Edit page. Here, and as an admin, you can make any changes to a user's account that you need. Let's first focus on editing this account. Click on Edit. On the next page, you will be able to make edits to the user's profile. The first tab allows basic changes, but there is one item that is very important here, which is status. If an employee is no longer with the company, then do not remove their account from the system. Instead, change their status from active to inactive. This will keep all of their data stored in the database and allow you to reassign it to another employee. If they are deleted and the data has not been reassigned, then it will most likely be lost forever. The next item to change is the user type. Your choices are to make the user a regular user or a system administrator. A regular user can only access modules and records assigned to them based on their team and role. An admin can access everything within your Sugar installation. Moving on, the next item that you should alter is who this employee reports to. Simply click on the arrow, search for an employee, and select them from the list. Sugar has its own internal email client, which is perfectly fine to use. However, you may have someone who prefers to use an external client such as Outlook. Just select which option you would like. If an external client is selected, then you will need to enter the SMTP username and password. Click Save. Next, we have the Themes tab. Themes can be changed by the user as well, and few stray from the default Pacific selection. If you would like a different look, then select it here and click Save. Now we have the Advanced tab. There are 3 items to take note of here. Notify on assignment is one that should be checked as it does what it says. Anytime this user is assigned a task or project, Sugar will send a notification to them. Next, make sure that a default team has been selected. Any new records created by this employee will default to this team. You can also change the layout options for this specific user. Just select the module on the left that you wish to hide and click the right arrow. Also, click a module on the right-hand side that you wish to show and click the left arrow. This will only affect this particular user and is not a global change. Just click Save to commit the changes. Lastly, we have external accounts. Here, you can simply connect to your external accounts such as GoToMeeting, Google, and WebEx. Just click Create and then enter the appropriate information for the application. Then click Connect. Maybe you have more than one user to change the status of. There is a great way to do this without clicking on each record. Head back to the User Management main page to see the full list of users. Simply click on the box next to each user you wish to edit and click Mass Update. A small box will appear below the user list with a few options. Change the options as you need and click Update. Next, we will have a look at the Team Management link. Head back to the main admin page. The Team Management option allows you to change the name of the team as well as view the users currently on that team. It also dictates the records the user can see. When assigning users to teams, keep in mind that they can be members of multiple teams. Role Management dictates what the user can do with the records and what you see in the interface. Go ahead and click on Role Management. Within Role Management, you will be able to disable modules for certain users, disable and enable modules for users, as well as break down role rights to a much smaller level. To do so, click on the role you wish to edit. On the next screen, you will see a very big breakdown of each module, as well as what options are set for this module in this role. To edit a cell, just click on the text in the cell and select another option. To add a new user, scroll down and locate the Users box. Click Select User, and then either search for the user or select them from the list at the bottom. After that, just click Save, and you're all set. The last option in the User section is Password Management. Your options within this section allow you to manage the expiration dates and requirements for users' passwords. The next section is Sugar Connect. but the only item to focus on here is the Sugar Updates link. Within this page, you can click on the link to enable or disable the automatic process of checking for Sugar updates. By default, it is enabled. If it is not, or you just want to make sure that you are on the latest version anyway, just click Check Now to run a manual update. Let's head back to the main admin page and look at the Sugar Connect link again. If you are running the automatic process and there is a newer version of Sugar available, then you will see a red link here instructing you that there is a new version of Sugar. Let's move on to the System section. Select System Settings from the list. The system-wide options here allow you to change the number of list view items per page, change the logo, and a few other options. The other sections that are used most often by the average user are Mail Merge and Logger settings. Click Save or Cancel and go back to the main admin page. Remaining within the System section on the main admin page, select the Scheduler link. This link will give you the option of setting up and testing scheduled events. New scheduled tasks can be created by clicking on the Scheduler's link at the top and selecting Create Scheduler. Then just fill in the appropriate information and click Save. Back at the main page, the next item in the System section is Tracker. Go ahead and select Tracker. You will see just a few options to select here, and each has its own information window. Tracker Actions, the first option, allows you to either follow and log what your users are accessing by saving page views and records saved or not. The next options track user sessions, the tracker's performance, and the queries. Make your selections and click Save. Going back to the main admin page, the last item in the System section is Connectors. This link, while it does have many options, allows you to connect to external sites such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. It also gives you the option to import your contacts from these accounts. Say for instance that you want to connect your LinkedIn account. Just click on Map Connector fields. On the next screen, you will see a tabbed interface. Make sure LinkedIn is selected, and then map the imported data with the correct module field. Then click Save. On the main page for connector settings, select Set Connector Properties, and then enter the appropriate information for your account. After that, just click Save. On the main admin page, locate the Email section. In this section, we will cover updating your SMTP mail server for mail notifications, including workflow alerts, as well as sending email blast. If you are using an external mail campaign such as MailChimp, then you can disregard the email campaign section for Sugar. In order to make changes for any mail settings, make sure that you have the SMTP server location and credentials, then click on Email Settings. This section will allow you to configure which server Sugar uses for the email notifications. Ensure that the from name and address are correct. It's better to use a do not reply address for this. Otherwise, the address you enter will receive excessive unnecessary email. Select your email provider from the list and enter the server address and credentials. Once completed, you can click Send Test Email to test the connection and then click Save. There are many other settings on the page, and feel free to change them, but our installations normally keep these at the Sugar defaults. Back at the main admin page, you will see a link for inbound email. Go ahead and click it. This link will allow you to set up group email accounts for monitoring inbound email. For example, if you have an email address shared by multiple users like support@yourdomain.com, then this section will allow you to set up this address and account as well as what teams the email would be assigned to. We'll run through one. Hover over inbound email in the top menu and select New Group Email Account. From here, you can enter all the necessary information. All of the red starred items are required and include the name of the new group, the mail server settings and credentials, trash folder location, which teams to assign the incoming messages to, and who the message is from and their address. Each email can also create a new case automatically within Sugar if you would like, and Sugar can send an automated response to the sender from an auto-reply template. Once done, you can click Test Settings and then Save. On the admin page in the email section, you will see Email Queue, which will let you monitor the outbound mail from the Sugar server. If you do decide to use Sugar for all your campaigns, then selecting Campaign Email Settings will give you the options to set the system up. If for some reason the campaign emails from Sugar are not being distributed, then Email Queue will allow you to see which emails are causing the blockage and are remaining queued up. There are two main reasons that users decide against using Sugar for email campaigns. The first is they do not wish to use their Sugar server to send out bulk emails on a regular basis for whatever reason. The second is the limited templates within Sugar. Users will have to create their own templates if using Sugar. whereas a service like MailChimp will have many pre-made templates ready for use and an easy-to-use interface for creating custom templates. Let's move on to forecast and click on time periods. In here, you can create a time period that you wish to track for products. You can either edit what is here or hover over time periods in the top menu and select Create Time Period. The process is straightforward. Once done, click Save. Back on the main admin page, locate the Contracts section and then click Contract Types. In this page, you will be able to view, create, and edit the contract types within Sugar. Creating is as simple as hovering over contract types at the top and selecting Create Contract Type. Just enter the name and the preferred list order, then click Save. Now we move to the Developer Tools section. Locate that section on the main admin page. This is the last topic we will cover, but it will also be the most in-depth. We will not cover all of the topics, but we will visit the most important. First, we will visit Workflow Management, so go ahead and click on that link. The Workflow Management page covers the workflow automation engine, which handles workflow conditions, alerts, and actions. If this is a fresh installation, then you will probably not have any definitions listed here. Let's go ahead and create one. Hover over Workflow Definitions and click on Create Workflow Definition. On the next page, enter the appropriate information. Only 3 items are required: name, execution occurs, and target module. Make sure these have been selected. Be careful when selecting after time elapses for execution occurs, as this can create a deluge of emails within the system. For this definition, I will require Sugar to send notification anytime a new project is created over $50,000, so I will select when records saved and contracts from the next boxes. Once all of this information has been entered, click Save. The next page displays the conditions, alerts, and actions for your new definition. First, we'll create a condition, so click on Create. In the pop-up window, select your option. Since we need a value condition, I will select when a field in the target module contains a specified value, and then click Next. The next window both verifies the previous entry, as well as asks for the specific field. Click on Specific Field, and then select your field from the drop-down options. Click Next. Now we need to specify what that value needs to be. Select Equals, and then enter 50,000 into the input box, then click Save. Click Save one more time. Let's go ahead and tell Sugar how to alert the users. Click on Create under Alerts, enter a name for the alert, and select the type and source. I will stick with email and normal message for now. There is one caveat to this selection though. The normal email message is very generic and does not contain much identifying information. It is advised that you create a custom template for this message to include more helpful information. For now, we will proceed with the standard message. Click Save. On the next screen, we can select who will receive this alert. Click Create and select an option from the list. I'll just choose all users within a specified team and then select the team link right here. In the next pop-up window, select the team and click Save. Then click Save again. Now we can see our additions to the alert and all looks fine. Click Return to Workflow Definition. Finally, you can have Sugar perform some additional actions when this condition is met. Click on Create. You will see those options listed here. It may be helpful to create a new record within Accounts or update a field in another module when this condition is met. For this example, we will create a new record which will be an account. So select Create a Record in a module, then click on Record. In the next pop-up window, select Account and click Save, then Next. Now we need to tell Sugar what to name the new account, so click Name and enter a name in the box. Once done, click Save, and then Save again. That's all there is to creating a workflow definition. Let's head back to the main admin page. The next item we will focus on is a quick one. Click on Display Modules and Subpanels. Once the page loads, you will see 4 boxes. Use these boxes to hide or display modules and subpanels for all of your users. Just simply drag them from one box to another and then click Save. Going back to the main admin page, the next 2 topics in the developer tools are pages that we will just skim over. They are helpful, but very basic in their use and presentation. Rename Modules allows you to select a module and give it a custom name. Configure Navigation Bar allows you to change the links and the display order on the top of the navigation bar. The changes made within both of these links are global and will affect all of your users. Next up, we have the Module Builder. Keep in mind that any faulty changes you make here could make the site completely non-functional, so proceed with caution. The module builder is the area where custom modules can be created. Make sure that you have a solid plan before creating a new module. The majority of the time, an existing module will suit all of your needs perfectly fine, so confirm that you absolutely need this module. If you do require the new module, then keep it simple. Adding too many data points will only add that much more complexity to the search process and lengthen the time to retrieve results. Heading back to the main admin page, we'll move on to our final topic, Studio. Click on the Studio link within the Developer Tools section. In the Studio page, you will be able to alter any of the modules within Sugar. Again, use caution as the modules and even Sugar itself can become unusable if any errors are made. Go ahead and click on Accounts in the middle column, then select Labels. Here we can alter the labels used for the Accounts module. This change is only going to display on the Accounts page as a label for this data point. It will not alter the database record or the database identification. It is only for the Accounts display page. Now let's head back to the previous page. Click on the Accounts link and then click Discard Changes. Now click on Fields in the middle column and then select the field to edit. Here you are able to change the label name again, as well as a few additional options. If you decide to change any of the drop-down options for a field, keep in mind that this change will not be reflected in the already existing entries in the database. You will need to perform a mass update in order to alter those records. Click Cancel and then click on Accounts. Now click on Relationships. This section will allow you to create relationships between modules. Click on Add Relationship. The guide on the right explains all of the options very nicely, so make sure to read each one of these very carefully when entering the information. We did not make any changes, so let's just click Cancel and then Accounts. Now head to the Layouts page. This page will allow you to determine how each of these views is displayed to your users. For now, let's select Edit View. The interface is very easy to use with drag and drop functionality. You can drag new panels from the toolbox over to the Layout section, drag the panels in the layout around to reorder them, rearrange the input fields, and so on. Click on the Accounts link again and then click Discard Changes. Only 2 items to go. Click on Subpanels and then select the subpanel you wish to edit. I'll just select Contacts. The interface to edit the subpanel layout is very similar to the Layout Edit page. Just drag the items that you wish to hide over to the right and the other way for the items you wish to show. If you made any changes, then click Save and Deploy. The last section is Mobile Layouts. This is a very similar editing process to the standard layout page, but is only for the mobile presentation. Congratulations! You have successfully completed this installment covering the admin panel within SugarCRM and are well on your way to becoming an expert user. Feel free to come back to these videos anytime that you need a refresher, or if you need any further assistance, then contact the SugarCRM support staff. Thanks.